Let's see if this is working. I'm going to pull up. Oh, is it going to work? On Instagram too? Come on, I copied it. What the heck? Go live once you're streaming. I am on here. Okay, well, we're going to see. I'm going to check over here on the little Instagram. I got a Twitch notification. It does not look like I'm live over here. Oh, yes. Is the button there? Okay. Oh my God. I think I might have figured it out. Y'all, are we live? I know I have the fan on. Maybe I should at least turn it down. Let me know how bad it is. We'll turn it down to at least a 1. We can't have it off. It's too hot to have it totally off. Let me know if you guys are seeing this. I probably shouldn't have posted a reel and then immediately went live, but that's okay. This is how we learn things. Is that me looking at myself? What the heck? I still don't see myself live. Oh, we got that. Okay. I'm trying to get it figured out so that when I go live with when we do, me and Maddie do our lives. So been doing a lot more dual lives, which I love because it's just fun being able to have those conversations. Hold on, let me grab the other thing and see, because I'm not seeing myself on Instagram, but that's okay. We're going to go over and see on Facebook. Usually on YouTube, when you guys comments, I can always see those. So, we are on Facebook. That makes me happy. Okay, it's working there. Nice to see it working. And do you like this view better? They worked on the format so it's more like, because most of you guys watch on your phone, you don't watch on a computer. So oh, well, I did not mean to be full screen. Okay, let's see. Shallow, do the comments work? Okay. And I'm trying to, I just commented to see if I can pull it up over here. We're just going to keep testing out all the different things. Cool. Let's see what else we can add onto here. So, oh, you can just only add backgrounds. Ooh, overlays. Okay, that's fun. I don't really know what the purpose of that is. Angela! Okay, good, because I have you guys pulled up on Facebook. I, for some reason, still cannot see the comments, but I do have Facebook pulled up so I can see comments. Shallow, Angela. If I wait. Oh, that's a very interesting. So YouTube, I always can see your guys' comments. Very interesting. Harsh. Shallow, a ma'am. I know, I guess since I'm 36 now. What do you guys think of the red hair? Sorry, I'm not used to. Tawny. So as it lists, my real name actually is Tawny. It is, yes, on my birth certificate, which I think is funny because some people are like, is that your actual name? Oh, we got a hi mom. I love it. So I like to share and collaborate because I'm a content creator, and it happened after I had my first brain surgery. So I started going live back in 2017. I look like Jean? Yes, from X-Men. I will take that. That's a very sweet compliment. Oh, wow. Thank you. And I just have leftover makeup on from last night. We haven't even done a get ready. This is mostly just to test out Wood Smash. It's just fun to see. So I can highlight the different comments. I am also over on Twitch and Facebook. I'm trying to see if we are also on Instagram. For some reason, it says, oh wait, Shallow. Merqueen, can you guys see this? Okay, it's weird. I don't see it on IG. So I wish I could show you guys. Tawny is a very unique name. It is. So let's everybody actually share. I find it very funny. I have a unique name. So I always love when people have unique names. I ask them like, what? Oh, here we go. We can do the overlay. Ooh, look at that. I always ask people like, do you know how you got your name? And I find it very interesting that some people say, oh, good, Coco, you can see it. Yes, my sister's on, the official Blondie Mermaid. So, where am I from? California. What part? Los Angeles, right outside of LA. You've been looking Maxine. What does that mean? Where's everybody from? It's really cool to see. So we are on Facebook. We are on YouTube. So we have England in the house. I'm here in California, West Coast. Instagram, I'm sorry, it's so weird. It does not look like I'm live yet on this. I'm actually going to take a video so that you guys can see the behind the scenes. I should probably go live on TikTok actually with this other one. Look at, so it says I'm on Instagram, but I don't see it. So this is what I'm seeing. Leftover makeup. I've never heard of leftover makeup, but I've had leftover dinner. They are. I usually kind of don't always read my comments on YouTube. I'll admit. I apologize if on YouTube you're like, I'm waiting for a response from Tawny, because the comments are always kind of wild. Would you ever ride horses? Absolutely. So actually, a really fun thing is that we did have a horse. So we have a lake house. So I used to go horseback riding all the time. When we moved to Ohio, my dad was like, let's get a horse. So we had a Percheron, which is a really big horse. Like, Clydesdales, are the Budweiser horses. And so it was big enough that my dad could ride because my dad played in the NFL. So like, he's a huge dude. Oh, Senior Spud is on. Shallow. The overlay is behind the comments on Insta. Okay, so I need to take this overlay off. Sorry. So do you guys like it better when you can just see the comments and I don't highlight certain people? Because there's different ways I can do it. Look, I can do this, but I'm smaller. Tell me. And honestly, I know it's going to be a preference from everyone, but that's the fun thing about creating. And like, I have just been about messy action because having a brain injury, if you sit there and I've been really working on my confidence in myself and my self-worth. So what I have found with social media is like a lot of times you can analyze and study all these things, but it's all about action. Like, same thing when I worked in special education. You can read all the books and do all the things, but when you're there in like real life, it totally switches it up. And so if I do it this way, then I would just need to highlight people's comments. I am happily married. Oh, my wedding ring's upside down because it was taken off. I was washing my hands. So, yes, happily married to my salty pirate. I'm excited to see this. We'll figure out. Okay, Coco. Yeah, you're on Instagram. So do you guys like it better when you can see me big and I just highlight when people ask? Of course, you can always ask me funny questions. I dare you will answer it. As I say always with social media, you are free to ask any questions. It is up to me. It's up to the content creator to decide if they want to share that. Not everyone wants to be so public about everything. I mean, I even said there was a minute, like when I was dealing with my ovarian cyst, I wasn't really talking. I said, oh, it's uncomfortable. Ugh. But like, I wasn't really talking about it because I was like, fuck, I don't want to have another thing wrong with me. So that's why not everyone who heals loudly wants to heal loudly through everything. Those 3 comment overlays was a bit wild, but I love the highlight of the questions you're answering. Okay, cool. I like that. He has not. We just have nice. Travis. Oh, thank you. Yes, my husband's friend is actually a jeweler. So my first funny story, my husband actually proposed to me once before. I said no. We broke up. I went to Ohio. My brain blew up. I was dating a different guy. He broke up with me actually after my stroke, said it was too much. So I just like to add that in because some people think Patrick did date me before the stroke. So he knew me before then, and he has said it is interesting. It's like almost like dating 2 people. He's like, there's some things that are very similar still, but there's other things that like we're not. Tim over on Facebook. Okay, I was hoping like the Instagram would kick in. Oh, okay. So let us talk about the TAF walk. Now, first of all, your answer is probably what the fuck is TAF? Because that's what I used to say. TAF it's an acronym for the Aneurysm and AVM Foundation. So I had a brain aneurysm at 28 and it was misdiagnosed. It ruptured and I went a week bleeding in my brain. 7 years later, I found another brain aneurysm, but because of my knowledge, my experience, and the community, we caught that brain aneurysm before it ruptured. So, what I love about TAF, they asked me last year to be an awareness ambassador because I have been spreading awareness since the beginning, but I didn't have a nonprofit or the resources. And so, what I absolutely love about TAF is I know there's a lot of nonprofits out there, and I think we need all the help we can get. And the more people sharing their story, the more people doing things, the better. However, what I love that's different about TAF that I have found is it's much more like a family. Like I was honored that, I am open about my plant-based use. And I thought that they were going to tell me, you can't talk about that anymore. They were like, you just can't be with the TAF kids like part of it. And so what I love is TAF is like a family, and we do once a month. We have a support group. We have caretakers that come on. You can share or you can choose not to. There's some people who never have their camera on, never unmute. They just want to be there for the community. But I can just tell you, having that second brain surgery, like Dina says it all the time. She's the director. She's been with them for 10 years. She is like, I'm not a doctor, but she has talked to so many doctors. She has helped me. She even knew my neurosurgeon, and she helped calm a lot of my anxiety. And also, a lot of you guys saw Vinny, so many of you in the TAF family, like when I was having really bad anxiety and dealing with all of that stuff, they would pop on my lives. And I just have to tell you, I know it's against our nature. When we're hurt, we want to just hide away from people because, like, what, you had to protect yourself because, but in reality, you need community. So TAF walk has been going on, 10 years or a long time. Last year was my very first time being there in person. And I have to tell you, there's something about the energy and the vibes when you're around that many fucking survivors and so many like people who are supporters, like either someone in their family has an aneurysm or AVM. And there are some people who do not have aneurysm or AVMs, but they have like brain things because it is a rare disorder / disease, whatever you want to call it. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's oh god, it is. I know you're trying to make it sound naughty, but it isn't. It's the Chinese finger traps. Oh, you thought since I had 2 brain surgeries, you're like, she's not going to get it. Yeah, no, so that's what I wanted to tell you. We have opened up. So we have a West Coast meeting, an East Coast meeting, and then we have, I know not everyone in there is in the UK. We have someone from Italy, we have Scotland. So I know that obviously it's different over there, but what I can tell you is when you have a rare or you have any sort of brain issues, you fall into this category of yes, every brain is different, every injury is different, every recovery is different. So the doctors and a lot of them just say a lot of I don't know, you're so different, I don't know, you're so different. So you get into this, I don't want to say habit, but Shallow Sherry, you start to feel like, how could anybody else help me? The doctors can't even help me. They just keep looking at me like, I don't know. And what's really cool is I can tell you, being around other survivors, sometimes they have had the words to fill in the gaps for me. It's also just been really helpful. I've never gotten off a call. I always feel better. I know it's not like misery loves company, but it's sometimes like knowing you're like, okay, cool, I'm not crazy. Other people are dealing with this. Nope, I wasn't right. Okay, what is it? I might have to better be appropriate. You're gonna have to get blocked. So Shallow Deek. With the TAF walk, I know some of you in the UK or in other countries, you're like, I'm not going to be able to get to California September 29th. What's awesome is there's so many ways that you can get involved. Thank you. I like you too. Um, and on Sunday, we're actually going to have someone share ways that you can do a walk at your home, or maybe you're like, I can't walk, like I have these, anything. So there's literally different ways. Obviously, if you can donate, even if you just donate $5, whatever you can donate. I do have a TAF walk set up. It is on my resource page. It says help me walk with TAF. There's also, if you want to set up your own TAF walk, you can do that. There's so many really cool ways that we want to help everyone be able to be involved. 45 in Norway. I love it. Brain is Hejern? Hearn? Heya Norgal. I don't know how you say that. We also have a similar word is Grenay. I am butchering it, I am sure. But this is cool to see it. I think it's weird though. Like, so you guys were notified that I was live on Instagram? Because, like, look at how weird it is. When I go to Instagram and you go to my page, it doesn't show that I'm live. So, like, to you guys, is it showing it? It's 1:47 here. What time is it where everyone else is? And then I'm gonna pop off here. I just wanted to test this out because I do want to. It's super hot, so I was hoping maybe I could do like a little pool party fun and share the good vibes. I know. I don't know. That's why I thought a Chinese finger trap was really creative and smart. That was my best bet. That was my best bet, man. Okay, you got a notification? Cool. The only way you can find out is by testing it. So I'm glad that you guys were here to help me see. Look at this little kitty. Look at my little kitty. That sounds inappropriate when I go like that. He's getting so big. The big babies. The big babies. Does anybody have a guess? Here's what the thing is. When you push it in, it will open. A spring? A slinky? I don't know. I really thought a Chinese finger trap was it. That was my best bet. That was my best bet, man. It's an umbrella. Oh, that's so good. I was so thinking you were going to have some pervy comment. I was so like, it's going to be some naughty. It's going to be something naughty. It's an umbrella. That's fucking good. I need to remember this. Okay, so here's what it was. When you push it in, it will open. When you pull it back, it shrinks. That's good. Thank you, umbrella. Umbrella. You should have said Rihanna sing a song about it. Eh. No, I just came on AG and saw your live. No notification. So, and yes, you're butchering. I know. Coco, first of all, I don't know why y'all trying to get me to speak another language. I straight up, my Spanish teacher in college was such a fucking dick that he said, you want to know why you Americans can't speak another, he's like, because you don't even speak English correctly. I was like, I mean, I stayed after to get tutoring because I needed. Yo, Tawny the Neuro Mermaid everywhere. I'm live on Instagram right now. So Tawny the Neuro Mermaid. If you go to Tawny the neuromermaid.com, you actually will then be able to go to all my links. Like I show you, you can then see my Twitch, my Pinterest, my YouTube, my TikTok. I actually technically have 3 Instagrams. So I have Tawny the Neuro Mermaid. That's my biggest one, my one I post on the most often. That's where I also have Rated R because I am a canna enthusiast. Like, and then I have the Neuro Mermaid, which is my more mermaid PG-13 page. So like, you know, I put mermaid stuff, but there's like, I try and keep my canna stuff off there. And then I have the Neuro Mermaid, which is Neuro Mermaids, which is the pod. Is are pod. And if you're like, what the fuck is a pod? So dolphins swim in pods, so mermaids swim in pods. So way back when, I nicknamed myself the Neuro Mermaid because I'm neurodivergent and I have all these neurological issues. And then I was like, how much more empowering would it be if we have like a Neuro Mermaid pod, so that all these different people. So the first mermaid I contacted was one of my friends. She was Mermaid Katie, but she's now Mermaid Tigmont. She's from the UK. She has FND, which is a functional neurological disorder. So sometimes, hey, Elizabeth, hello, hello, beautiful. So sometimes she is in a wheelchair. She sings shanties with her dad. She does all these cool pirate festivals. And then also, when her functional neurological disorder is not acting up, she can actually swim in a mermaid tail. So I have been friends with her long enough to watch her like just have all these beautiful mermaid tails in a wheelchair and be performing. And then finally, like, she was starting to heal and get better and like was able to swim in her mermaid tail that she motherfucking made. Like, so also the autistic merman is a part of the Neuro Mermaid pod. There's a couple mermaids. I kind of, well, second brain surgery took up a lot of my time, so I stopped doing interviews over there, but that's back up. Because I know not everybody, they just kind of want to keep with the mermaid things. Can you check on Instagram? I can try. And then let's see, follows. I have a smart Harshu. That is that you? I think you might have followed the Neuro Mermaid. Either way, they're both linked to each other. And then on TikTok, I only have 3, which is Tawny the Neuro Mermaid, and then I have Tawny Mermaid Pets, which is mostly my pets, and then Eat with Tawny the Mermaid. You're back in the Netherlands now? Look at you guys. That's so cool. I'm serious. We should make a group chat and you guys should teach me how to say things better in Shallow Travis and other languages. All right. This was a good test. So thank you guys for being a part of it. Hopefully then this means me and Tracy, we will be able to do this and you guys won't have to deal with the echo or the reverb. Again, I will just, we try and make it better. So whatever we can do. I also am leaving for Colorado on the 22nd. And whenever I'm in Colorado, my signal and my Wi-Fi is spotty. So you might not see me live as much. You will see a lot more reels and other things. And I'm not going to be doing really any podcast like dual things because the Wi-Fi is so spotty. So when I come back, I will be doing more interviews. So if you guys want to share your story, you want to share your passion project, you're a small business, big business, creative, you don't have to just be a mermaid. You don't have to just be a survivor. And on me and Maddie's podcast, we have had doctors, we have had physical therapists, we've had caregivers, so many different people. I'll let you say it. I was like, sure, I'll let you say it. You just might not get highlighted. It might not go up on the screen. Get you to have the skills to greet everyone in their native language. I would love to do that, to be able to say like, well, my thing is shalom. I love saying shalom, but I would like to be able to say like nice to meet you in like every language. Like I think that would be really cool. So I could do shalom, nice to meet you, in every native language. You live in both sites, Insta and YouTube. I'm going to call myself out, so I'm glad to see all you guys on YouTube. I do not post to YouTube nearly as much. So I will say I post a lot more on TikTok than Instagram, than Facebook, than YouTube. But I am definitely trying to move that around because YouTube's easier to categorize things, and especially when I meet survivors in different years, like I want to start having it organized with like tips for year 1, year 2, like all those different things. But I definitely just try to have more resources on my website. So TawnyTheNeuroMermaid.com. I'm uploading more things. I even have a Patreon. There are free stuff on there, so don't just count yourself out because of that. I was in Amsterdam in 2013. Oh my God, I want to be there. Oh, that's funny. Okay, that's a good and an appropriate one. I want our love to be like pie, irrational and endless. That was really cute, Travis. All right. I love you guys. I got to go. This test went way longer than I planned it, but I'm really glad that it's working. I love you. That might be crazy to hear, okay? I get that, especially with all this hate out there in the world. Um, but people hate people for no reason. So I'm going to give love. All right. So I love you. I see you later. We will see you next week. Me and Tracy will be exercising on Tuesday. Me and Maddie are set up to be going live on Sunday. I highly suggest on Instagram you join those channels because guess what? Life is always fluid. So sometimes we've got to move things. Like last Sunday, Maddie was in the Bahamas. So we had to like time adjust. So hang with us. We love you. And if you want to